Well, hey, folks, it's Pastor Brad Reaves coming to you today, and we have some news that we want to share with you about things that are happening in the world. And before we get into that, I want to encourage you to subscribe to our Substack page. You can find us at comingsoonministries.substack.com, and there you will find daily content, articles that I write, that I provide of what's going on in the world, and give you an insider's look at the prophetic convergence happening daily. Also, for paid subscribers, exclusive content. Also, we have coming next August our Abraham to Armageddon conference. Incredible day, August 1st, one day only. We're going to be in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, and we're going to have some of the greatest voices. I'm talking about J.B. Hickson, Brandon Holdhouse, Tom Hughes, Andy Woods, Olivier Melnick, and of course yours truly. We will all be there for a one-day conference, Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. Okay, let's go into today's story that I want to cover, and that is that the Vatican, there's lots going on in the Vatican, by the way. Keep your eye on things. Pope Leo is bringing things into the Vatican like I've never seen before. And the Vatican Apostolic Library is now accommodating Muslim scholars with a dedicated Muslim prayer room so they can have their time of prayer while they're doing research. Catholic-Islamic relation dynamic has always been something curious. And when we start blurring these lines, the meaning of Christian identity in an age of ecumenicism and interreligious dialogue is growing. We know how Pope Leo has made some pretty incredible statements regarding ecumenicism, but here's what we need to know. There is religious convergence happening in our world, an alliance, confusion of worship, and the blurring of distinct religious identities. And it's not just isolated to Catholicism. We see this in the American church with the blending of religions. Eastern religion is something that we see blending in America today. Churches sponsoring yoga. People don't even know what yoga is, and they're using it as a ministry. This is part of the prophetic plan, where lines and distinctions will be blurred. We're also seeing this merging of religion and power. If you look at Revelation 17, 1 through 6, Revelation 13, 11 through 17, John wrote about a time where the blending of economics, politics, and religion are going to be almost blurred together, and where worship and authority move across political and religious lines. Also, from a dispensational premillennial vantage point, the visible convergence of Christian institutional structures with Islam is a foreshadow of a broader system of a one world religion. And we have often speculated what that one world religion would be. Could it be Islam? Could it be a mesh of Eastern Islamic and Catholicism? We know that there is in Saudi Arabia where they have a mosque, a cathedral, and a synagogue on the grounds, all interconnected. We are moving that way, and the Vatican is putting gas into the engine. Many prophecy analysts regard this as a precursor to the tribulation era. Now let's look at what the scripture says. Revelation 17, 3 through 4. I saw a woman seated upon a scarlet beast, and this woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet. What does this mean? But, a woman is typically regarded as some kind of religious system. And what we're seeing happen is this woman arrayed in purple riding on a beast is a religious system allied with political power. And we know for many, many centuries, the Catholic Church have tried to overtake political authorities. This is not a movement of God. This is not a commission of God. And so we know that there is going to be some kind of convergence that's going to happen between religious and political power. Also, 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verses 3 through 4. Paul writes this about the man of lawlessness. Where does he take his seat for his throne? Well, in the temple of God, on the Temple Mount, to proclaim himself to be God. So this authority of the Antichrist grows to where he asserts himself as divine. John 4, verse 24 says, God is spirit, and those who worship him must worship in spirit and in truth. Believers, I want you to take notice. This isn't to put somehow push a panic button or anything like that. This is for you to take notice that the scaffolding of the religious global synchronism is being built piece by piece. This room with a carpet is small, but it is another piece of the prophetic puzzle that is being put into place. And so ask yourself right now, are we prepared for a world where Christian institutions and non-Christian faiths increasingly operate side by side, even within sacred spaces? We are sending this subtle message to generations to come and for younger, maybe more immature believers. There's no line. Are we anchored in the truth of Christ alone? Are we anchored and standing firm on that truth? Or do we merely want just religious structures? Point is to live in readiness. Be watchful, stand firm in the faith that you have been given. Act like men. Be strong is what Paul wrote. It may be a subtle sign, but it's prophetic momentum, and it's real. Friends, my name is Pastor Brad Reaves. I am the pastor of Crossway Christian Fellowship in Hagerstown, Maryland, and the director of Coming Soon Ministries. God bless, folks.